How's it going, everyone? SmashRush33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is an RU match versus none other than Lantonio, also known as Wanderer of the Wind. If you do not know him, please check him out. He's a great battler, a good guy, and he gave me a run for my money. And just take my advice from this, please. If you're playing someone, especially if you know they're fairly prominent at least, and you know they're a good battler, write down the team you're facing, please. For the love of God. I was rushing around doing stuff. I didn't get the chance to write down his team, so I was kind of mad at myself when I realized this team did what it did. So I was extremely ill-prepared. I'm not using it as an excuse. I played kind of stupidly around a couple of Pokemon, but it was a good battle nonetheless, so I'm going to bring it to you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the battle, shall we? So he's going to lead with Nidoqueen, Toxic Spike support, all that good stuff, and I'm going to lead with my Kadabra because I figured I'd bring Kadabra help set up screens because it outspeeds a lot of things in RU actually. So I'm going to set up my light screen and then I'm going to set up Reflect, and I'm hoping I can live a physical hit even from a Clefable. And he's going to go for Stealth Rocks, not a big deal because my team isn't that rock weak. I'm going to fire off a Psychic, and good lord, I'm not even modest, and that did a lot. And he's going to go for the Double Edge, and because he's Life Orb and Magic Guard and all that good stuff, he's going to be able to take me out in one shot, even with the Reflect up. But now I have to play a little more carefully, as he has the early advantage. I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm on the incoming Nidoqueen, and I get the Queen Oko. I got puns. But no, seriously, that's the power of Specs Tile. Never underestimate. So in comes this Gallade, and I know I can take this thing out with Drapion for the most part because I can phase it out if it decides to set up, and I can go for Crunch and whatnot because I'm pretty sure I outspeed Gallade. So he's going to go for Drain Punch, and because Reflect is up, that does nothing. I'm going to Whirlwind him out, his boosts are gone, and he's going to go back into Clefable, and I'm not really too worried about this thing. So I feel I can set up a layer or two of Toxic Spikes. And he's going to go for Soft Boil. Good move on his part, which means this Clefable is going to be that much harder to take down. I could have gone for Crunch, hope for the defense drop or whatever, but I decided Toxic Spikes would be a little more beneficial. But looking at his team, not many of his pokes are really that susceptible to Toxic Spikes. Anyway, I'm going to go for Taunt on his switch to Archeops. I guess that was his prediction, I'm not sure. But because Reflect is up, Rock Slide is not going to be doing too much. And I'm going to hit him with a Crunch, and it almost puts him in Defeatist. This always happens to me. Like, it comes that close to putting it in Defeatist, and it ends up biting me in the butt so much. But he ends up flinching on the first Rock Slide. I'm like, okay, I can hit this thing with a Crunch and cripple it, right? Wrong. I get flinched a second time, which really sucks because now I pretty much have my Venom as just dead weight. So now I'm going to bring in Bouffalant because I figured I can take Rock Slides well, because it's an Archeops, but look at this damage. I think it's Choice Banded. Because it would have gone for Acrobatics. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Head Charge. Very, very obvious play. I mean, I could have gone for Stone Edge, but I figured Head Charge would be the safer play. But looking at it now, hindsight is 20/20. Stone Edge would have been much safer. And I probably could have smacked this Dusknoir pretty hard, actually. So he's going to go for Sub on my switch. And I'm like, great, it's a Sub-Punch one. So, that sucks. My Drapion is dead now. So now he's up 4-5, I believe. And I'm going to bring him a Moltres because I figure I can play some mind games with this thing, even though I'm debilitated by the rocks. I'm going to go for the Substitute here, as he's going to go for Shadow Punch. And because he's max attack with the Sub-Punch set, it's going to fade my Substitute. Now, I kind of need to gauge how much the Shadow Punch does, so I can know whether or not I can pretty much Roost Stall it until Toxic wears off. So that's what I'm going to do for the next couple turns here, is I'm going to go for Roost, he's going to go for Shadow Punch, and I can gauge. And it's looking it's doing a tad over 100, so I can, in fact, Roost Stall him. even though I can't really sub down because I can't bang on a miss because Shadow Punch is 100% accurate. And I don't want him going for a focus punch, because that'll do more. But anyway, looks like I'm going to be able to successfully toxic stall him, except that I make the stupidest play on the face of the earth, go for the air slash to break his sub. I don't even know why. I could have just stalled him all day and night. But that's going to cost me in the long run. It's basically going to cost me my Moltres, because now I'm pretty much forced to roost. I mean, I could have gone... Looking at that thing, I could have gone for another air slash and roosted late. What am I doing? But anyway, now I felt I was forced to roost. I could have taken him out with an air slash. Hindsight is even 30-20 with this Moltres play. I played very stupidly against this Dusknoir. I don't know what I was doing, but he's thinking, oh, he's just going to keep roosting and I'm going to keep focus punching. That's exactly what he's doing. And just... But anyway, now he's hanging on with a slight smidgen, and now I go for the air slash, take out his Dusknoir, and I take myself out with Life Orb. So that's a double down. I really should have won that little toxic stall war kind of thing. So I'm going to bring in Sceptile because it's my heaviest hitter, as he's going to bring in his Clefable. And I don't want Focus Blast missing, and I doubt that Leaf Storm could KO from that range, because Clefable is a special wall. And he pulls Flamethrower. I don't even know what Clefable tends to run. I guess it's a wall breaker Clefable. So now I'm going to bring in my, what's-his-face, a Crawdaunt, as he's just going to go for Double Edge, and that's a clean Oko. I'm like, Crawdaunt isn't that frail, is it? At least on the physical side it isn't. So now I'm going to go into Boufflant, smack it with a head charge, and because Boufflant's just a boss like that, and I do run Reckless, that is going to take it out. And he's going to go into this Excelgor here, and I didn't want to switch in anything because I didn't want anything else to take a Bug Buzz. And it's pretty much GG from here, because Excelgor outspeeds my entire team. And that is Good Game Wanderer of the Wind. If you don't know him, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, or just check out his channel, I should say. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out Red Tonio's channel, and until next time, Smash Bros. 33, signing out.